What's up, fellas? Welcome back to the channel. Today's the start of video number 17 of the Monte Carlo. We are here today, Casket's Fab Shop, Casket Customs, and my phone is ringing. Alright guys, I had to take the phone call, but ended up cleaning up shop. We kind of blew everything out all over, cleaned up everything, blew a lot more out, covered the deuce, kept blowing stuff out all over the freaking place, dude. Got into here, did the same shit, and then I started to wet sand all the edges where the overspray was, and I kind of went over it again one time again with the 600 just to get the grittiness off of it. I'm going to go over the whole car with the 600, and then I'm going to pull it outside. After we put this hood on it, I got to wet sand the hood, and then I'm going to go ahead and soap and water the whole thing in and out, blow it out, just hose everything out as much as I can. Once again, to get all the Bondo dust and everything out of it, I'm going to pull it, actually, I'm going to let it dry outside, and then I'm going to come in here and blow out the shop one more final time, let it air out, wipe the floor down, clean everything real good once again, put it back in. We're going to set the booth up front, and then we'll start wiping and taping and doing everything we need to do. And then my plan is to probably get out here early in the morning on Saturday, scuff it down real quick, lightly wipe it down, and then just shoot it. So I'm hoping all this works out. I know there's a few little tiny imperfections that I gotta just knock out real quick. Put this hood on, put the parts back on it, and we're ready to go. So I gotta go pick up the kid. Today was a rough day. I got off of work really late last night, so I kind of slept in a little bit, and I woke up and I had to fix my fish tank. My fish tank was growing some thick algae in it, a saltwater tank, and I had to put some time into it, guys. I put so much time in this shop that I neglect my pool, my fish tank, my family. Like some days, dude, you know, I just have to get other shit done. And you know what? This car will get painted when it gets painted. But it's right there. I'm excited. I'm seeing that final edge where it's like it's almost time to spray. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to go take care of business, do what I got to do. And I'll kick you guys on when we're a little further along and almost pretty much ready to paint. Probably when we're out there cleaning the car, doing all the shop stuff, I'll kick you guys on, and we'll just keep flowing from there. Cool? Alright, fellas, this is the last day. The last day. I busted my ass yesterday all day. It took me almost 2 days to line this hood up. It would not go back anywhere close to the way I had it. I don't know why. So I got everything lined up, put it back together, got in the car to start it, and the fuel pump don't kick on. So I'd already put gas in it and everything, checked all the fuses. We finally got under it with a power probe. It's getting power. The clicky clacky don't work. So yeah, I'm not going to be pushing it out to wash it in the street, because that causes dents pushing it. So I am going to just wash it where it sits. We'll clean the garage out the best we can as it sits, and we're gonna go from there. So be it. So here we are, guys. You ready for it? I'm already guide coating it because I'm gonna wet sand it one more time with 600, because we've been really working all over, and I've been spraying primer and doing all kinds of shit. So pretty much where we're at is I just want to make sure that I didn't get no rough patches or overspray or anything on the car. I want it 100% smooth and flat, and I don't want to miss any scratches. So here we are, guys. We're fully back. I put the wheels back on it because I needed to roll it around. I've already wet sanded this side, but I can feel a little bit of roughness on it, and I just want to wet sand it, and then I'll kind of wash it with a scuff pad really well. But we're all back at it, guys. Hood's back on. It's not 100%, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was. This little bulge seemed to find its way back. I don't know how, but it sticks up slightly right here. but the front's flat. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, who knows, dude? I guess I could have shimmed the fender up just a tad, but then it would have closed my gap back there. But I don't have time to be fucking with this thing. I'm tired. I want this out so I can work on my own shit. So here you go. That's it, guys. That's it. I got one spot I had to address there that I chipped. And we'll fix that. We'll throw a little spot prime on it today. And a little spot here. I might just spray some sealer on it. Straight up, just straight sealer. And let that dry. And then we'll go back and we'll seal the car. I don't know if I'm gonna paint it today. It's been windier than freaking shit over here. So I'll get with you guys here in a few. Alright guys. Well, end of my week. We'll continue this video, of course, next week, where we get into some paint. Finally, guys, finally came to an end. So here we are, video 17, of course. We're still at it. Me and Hoser pretty much sanded this entire car down yesterday. 100% finished. So, wow, 98. There's a few little things I gotta do, but everything has been 100% wet sanded. I need to go through and wipe this thing down really well. There is some minor little things, like I gotta sand that flat. I'll probably spray a little bit of epoxy on that, only because I have a few other little things I need to spray epoxy, like little lip here. There's 2 spots there. These here, some metal there. So I'll just hit them with some epoxy on the metal. And then we'll let that dry. And then I'll lightly wet sand it to make it nice and smooth. Is those scratches? Yes, they are. So I'm going to have to address those. Metal, couple scratches. I got to wipe the car down and kind of fine tune and make sure that we did not miss any little thing that is major that stands out. And we'll fix it. We'll epoxy over it. We'll let that dry. And then we'll wet sand the little area real quick to smooth it out. And then we'll completely wash the car and then start masking. And of course the wash of the car will also clean my floor at the same time, and then I'll mop it all out. We'll vacuum things out, clean things out, finish blowing this thing out again, and we're off, guys. We're there. Weather was shitty, so it wasn't like I was going to be able to spray it anyway. The only time it was nice was on Saturday morning, really early. The weather was really nice, and I came out here and I was like, there's no way I'm going to make it in time to spray this car, because I still had to wet sand the whole thing. Holy shit. I still got to wet sand this quarter. I didn't even snap. Half of it's done. We're missing this piece and that bottom. So I got a little bit of things to do, guys, but throughout my week, I got to work for the next 3 days. So throughout the week, I'll wake up a little bit early and I'll come out here and I'll just knock out a few little things here and there, to get it ready to go. I'll kick you guys on when that happens. See you in about 5 minutes. What's up, vatos? Alright, so we're kicking. So I got a lot done. We're almost there. We are there. I am spending almost all day in here cleaning. So shop is cleaned up a lot. I still need to wash her down again real good. I'm going to give it one good thorough washing again, and then I'm going to pop the rims and tires off, get it set where I want it, put them on the jack stands, start masking it off, and then mop the floor really well. And then we're going to be set for tomorrow. So I'm going to wipe my hoses down. I just replaced these not too long ago, so I'm going to drain my air tank tonight and let it sit. But I need to mask pretty much that back deck all the way down through here, all the way up through here, over the engine, inside this area here. This is my paint booth, guys. This is how I am able to spray. But so far, the air's not coming this way. Even though it's windy outside, I think I'm gonna be all right to paint this car. So I have a little thing that I use to block that, so the air can't come back in. But the nice thing about this is I can close my garage door all the way and leave that where it's at. It is sealed completely all the way around. I stuffed paper in there, I shimmed it, and I got tape. This has a fan right here that I use when I'm spraying, and that's what I usually turn on. And if it really gets dusty in there, I use that one. So cross draft booth. So another thing I need to do up here on these 3 fans up here, I usually don't turn those on, but what I do is I put filters up in there so the fresh air that comes through doesn't pull any dirt or dust or anything that kicks up from in here. And I open those 2 back windows, so it sucks air from those windows. Pretty much my screens there are like kind of a filter in a way. Then they come through and hit these, fresh air comes through and right out. So if it is a little windy tomorrow, I think I'm still gonna try to spray it, but I'm gonna go out there and keep wetting the front of this. All this area in front, I'm gonna just keep wetting it and wetting it and wetting it. And that way when the wind doesn't kick up. So I have a screen on the front up there on my gate that I keep, and I usually use that to keep the dust from blowing this dirt through here. And then of course, now that I have this cover up there right now, the awning, it's flapping, so I don't know if it's causing wind to pick up off the ground or what. I don't know, but I've never really sprayed with that out there, but I do like it because it's been 100 degrees and that blocks the sun for me. And so yeah, I cannot put this on until I have the garage door open. Of course I could put it on now, but I'm gonna close the garage door tonight. So all the garage door stuff has been blown out. I am now vacuuming up all this stuff that's piling up here from blowing out underneath the car. I've been vacuuming every corner, kind of getting everything off the ground. And then from there, I'll start masking. I'm gonna try to just wipe everything down really good. And then of course in the morning, I'm gonna come out here and give it a good scuff. And then I'll wipe it down one more time. I'll mop the floor one more time, wet outside, and we're off, boys, we're off. That's it, I'm done. So. Well, fellas, it's later on in the evening. It rained really hard, and we were out eating, and I got back home. I was ready to just take a nap, dude. Literally tired. And I got home, and it wasn't blowing wind, and it was fresh outside. So I just sucked it up, came in here. I redid the plastic on my door real quick. I scuffed the whole car. I wiped it all down really good. I went ahead and sealed it, and I've been waiting. I'm gonna start painting this thing in probably about 15 minutes. I'm gonna go over it real quick with the tack cloth because there's a little bit of dry on the hood and on the roof. But other than that, the rest of the car came out all right. So I'm hoping that that dry comes off. It's like overspray. But if not, then we'll see what happens. But I'm hoping I can paint this thing tonight. So wish me luck, because I got about 15 minutes and then I'm gonna go at it. So I didn't see any runners. I didn't see anything that I didn't like. So we're at it, guys. We're at it. Let's see what happens in the next 15. Catch you in a few. Well, fellas, it's the end of the night. It is, let me see here. 2:20. I can't even see, bro. I'm freaking burnt. 2:20 in the morning, guys. So like I said, I went and ate dinner with my family because it was ugly winds and blah 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 blah, and it started pouring rain. We got out of the restaurant and I got home. Freaking perfect weather, bro. No rain, no wind. 75 degrees in the shop. I was like, dude, I'm tired. I just ate me a big old prime rib, couple brewskis. I'm tired, bro. I don't want to go in the shop, but this was like my only window that I had. So I came in here and knocked it out. It is not 100% perfect. It has some lint and stuff in it, a couple weird spots, but it looks really nice. It probably needs to be color sand and buffed just because of the lint, but the reason for it, like I said, halfway through, right when I got to about the clear coat, it started raining really hard outside and wind blowing really bad, and that's when I was like, oh my god, dude, I gotta clear this thing. So I went through with it, and let me give you guys a rundown. I went over this car very thoroughly, guys, and tried to make sure that I didn't have any streaks. Not too bad, I guess, no? So, I mean, I went over it really thorough with the light and tried to make sure that I didn't have any streaking or anything in it, and I couldn't find very much. I know it's not 100% perfect. You know, I missed a little spot down there. We're not going to worry about that guy. I went over this thing like a lot with this light for like a good 15 minutes, trying to make sure that I didn't miss anything or anything like that. And I even went through with a couple little drop coats in the middle because I was worried, you know. I know there's a light little spot right in the middle of the hood. Right there's a line. You can see it, yeah, you can see it with the freaking light, dude. This hood might need to be repainted. I don't know. But I got that light little strip in there, and it's like modeling, like you can tell where like the metallics built up from like a tiger stripe. It's hard because I couldn't reach the center of this hood. I'm too damn short. Yeah, I mean, everything else seemed to blend pretty decent. It looks clean. I mean, it needs to be color sanded because there's a little bit of trash like lint and stuff like that. But for the most part, I think everything looks good. The trunk has some tiger striping in it. I can see it. There you go. You can see it too. I don't know if it's from the lights or if it's legitimately tiger stripes. I can't tell. I think it's tiger stripes. And I drop coated the shit out of this trunk. So I may have to redo the trunk and the hood. There is a spot on the top that I found that I didn't care for, and it sucks. It's right there, right on the back. I have no idea how that dark spot got there, but literally I'm gonna have to wet sand this whole car and blend that all in with the metallics. That way it's not so dark, which I don't know, it might just keep getting darker. Yeah, metallics are hard to spray. They're very hard to spray, and this paint, dude, had a lot of metallic in it. Like, it didn't look too bad when I first sprayed it on the other parts. And like stuff like this comes out freaking cherry, bro. But big panels, dude, good luck, man. That shit is hard, dude. You know, I mean, I've gotten away with it plenty of times on things. Damn, dude, there's a light spot right there. I can wet sand this piece right here and add some paint. Yeah, so every time I do this, I get a little better. But also every time I do this, I struggle. It's hard, dude. It is hard. This is like no joke, dude. It's even to the point where sometimes I just don't want to paint anymore. You know, like, I think about just doing body work for people and then sending it off to someone else to spray it. I don't know. You know, another thing, guys, is the time. Like, if I can line cars up and try to get them done and start spraying them like September, October, that's the best time around here to paint. Because the weather and the way everything is right now, it took a lot because of all this wind out of nowhere. We never get rain, dude. All of a sudden it's pouring rain. The rain was good because it helped out with the dust. But whenever that dust kicked up, or whenever the wind kicked up, you know, it's gonna find places to push stuff through, you know. But you know what? I can get one bug. Not one bug. I don't know how, but I didn't get one bug. And they're flying around in there, little suckers right there. But yeah, I killed one when I was spraying. It went right in front of me and I grabbed it. But I mean, it's pretty, bro. I mean, it's very clean, very straight, very straight, and very shiny. It's just there's some flaws in the paint here and there that, I mean, you're gonna get that out of a garage paint job, dude. You know what I mean? And if I wet sanded this car and decided to throw down a flow coat on it, this thing would be really pretty. But even if I wet sanded it down, I would probably have to try to blend that metallic, but I would have to, most likely, I think I'd have to spray a wet bed on it and then try to blend it. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not, I don't mess around with paint enough to do shit like that. And what sucks about this kind of car, guys, is there's nowhere to break up the line. Because this whole piece flows right down and right down. And it's like there's no cap, like a body trim or something that you can hide it and just paint the top. So yeah, yep, that little white streak right there is the same streak I got on the damn hood. Yeah, I don't know. I think this trunk's gonna need to be repainted. It's got some sick tiger stripes in it. I don't know, man. We'll see. I'll take it out in the sun and I'll get the guy over here and see what he thinks. If he wants me to redo the damn trunk and the top and the hood, I guess I'll just redo it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's a hard game, dude. This is a hard game to play. Whatever. Alright, guys. Tomorrow, we're going to check it out in the sun. And, that'll determine whether we're repainting the whole damn thing or what the fuck we're going to do. I don't know. I'll catch you guys in the morning. Alright, fellas, once again we've made it to the end. I brought it out. Here's the final result. So I'm going to go through everything on the car and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next. Other than that, it came out really nice and it's a passable car. I'm happy with the results. There's a few things that I don't like about it that I might fix on this next stage, but it's still not out of my shop. So here we go. I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of what we got going on. The trunk has some light tiger stripes in it, but you can't see them. Like, you can only see them in the dark. In the sun, it don't look that bad. You probably can see them in the camera because cameras always give off a completely different look than what you actually see in person. But as for the way it looks, I mean, it's not that bad. Standing right here, I can see it a little bit more. So I think what I'm going to do, guys, honestly, I'm going to wet sand the back half of this car from the roof all the way down to the quarters, all the way to the doors. The roof here has a light spot right there. It shows good in the camera. Very light spot right in the front there, and I think that's the only spot that I had. Not really any striping in the top, very minimal. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wet sand this car, give it a wet bed, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fix that spot there. I'm gonna go ahead and drop coat the trunk, give it like a quick little control coat over the wet bed, see if I can make those blend in a little bit more. As for the sides, they look very clean. Everything looks good. I mean, there's a little blotchiness to it, but it's not bad. I had a really hard time with this metallic, and my lighting in my shop sucks, dude. But other than that, everything came out pretty freaking clean. The hood itself has a light stripe right in the center, and that is the only piece on this hood that I don't like. Is there's a light strip right here, just like on the top there. It's because I got little T-Rex arms and I couldn't reach the middle. Even when I stood on top of a crate, didn't work. So yeah, there's a flaw here I missed right on the lip there. Must have chipped it with the hood, but then I painted right over it, but whatever. There's a ding on the hood and it's very hard to find, but I have a hard time finding it. I know it's there because I saw it. It's right here. It is a tiny little wave. I missed it, but you can't see it, which is weird because of the metallics. Everything else came out good, dude. All of the gapping on everything seemed to come out decent. The hood itself does not look bad. I did miss a spot right there, which I think it's overspray because the sealer is over it, or the tape. You know what happened? The tape came out. Yep, I'm gonna have to wet sand this and do a little bit of touch up there, and then maybe blend some clear. I have some blends in did specifically to blend clear, so maybe I might do that. But other than that, I mean, other than a little bit of trash here and there, it's not bad. There's a little piece of trash right there and there. The sides didn't get it. Even the sides didn't really even get the solvent pop. Just the hood got a lot of solvent pop on it. And you can't even see it out in the sun. In the sun, this thing looks freaking flawless, bro. But when you get down and look at it in the dark, it does have a slight orange peel, of course, all cars do. But it has a little bit of, I don't know if it's solvent pop or if it's just a lot of dust. I have no idea. But either way, I think the final result came out very good. I'm happy with the way it came out. What I'm going to do, like I said, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mask off the front clip from the doors back, from the doors forward. I'm going to mask it down. Well, first I'm going to wet sand the entire car first and see where I'm at, see what I need to do. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to touch up the roof and the trunk and anything I missed on the quarters or anything like that that I don't like. I'm going to kind of just do a real quick mist coat, just a control coat over a wet bed. So a wet bed, guys, is a clear base coat. It's like clear coat, but it's inner coat clear. It's kind of the same thing, similar. You got to read your TDS sheets and make sure, of course, that you can spray over that stuff, like, because some of it you can't. You have to let it dry first. But the one I have is from Eurochem, and it is inner coat blending clear. That is what you need. And basically you spray it on there like just like a base coat, but it's clear. Gives you a wet bed for when you go to spray your paint. It has something for your flakes to land in and flow. So whenever you kind of bring your gun further up and twist it away to make it lighter, and you're blending or X patterning, it has somewhere for your metallics to lay on that's not just giving you a dry line and then you have all this dry area. It's giving you, you know, wet on wet is the way you do it, so you don't get lines and all that crap. So I am going to have to throw a full wet bed on the back half of this car. I don't want to paint it all in one shot. I want to kind of narrow it down so I can control and do things that I need to do panel to panel. I would specifically mask off certain things on the car, like just the trunk or maybe the back half, but this car is a tricky one for me. And the reason why I have to say that I have to do quarters and all is because look it, there's no cap. This top doesn't just sit on there like a cap where I can put a body line or a trim or anything. It flows. So when it flows, there's nowhere to tape it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to go all the way to the door and do the whole quarter. Damn, Ladybug, good thing you didn't land in my paint early in the game. I would have been pissed. Yeah, so I'm going to have to do the whole quarter with the top. So it's going to be the whole entire top with the quarter in the trunk, and then I'll go through and I'll mask the back half and mask the top off, and I'll just do the doors with the front clip forward with the hood. Everything seems to be really good. I'm gonna probably have to take these off again when I do this coat. I'm not gonna repaint the whole hood. I'm just gonna flow it right in the middle and blend it out very lightly. And like the same thing on the top, I'm just going to work on this little section right here and flow it out. The good thing is there's an end line, and I have plenty of real estate here to just lightly mist in, you know, God, I'm over here talking with the camera facing down. I have plenty of real estate here to blend this in really lightly. Basically just need to add a little bit more color to it and kind of make those flakes fall, so to the eye you won't really see it. Right here I kind of do see a little bit of striping in here, but it's weird. I don't know if it's from like what's behind me, because it's not directly in the sunlight. The other side's a little different. Like this side I keep seeing, this car has like a purple haze to it. Sometimes it looks darker in spots, sometimes it looks lighter. Like right here, look at the difference in the color from the pavement to the gravel. It looks like almost really dark blue to like really white, like almost like I missed a spot. That was very tricky in that paint booth with that lighting, guys. I had to rely on my overlap, 75% overlap on the gun. And, you know, probably 4 to 6 inches away from the panel, I just kind of decided where I was gonna go. Like, sometimes I went a little closer and I moved a little faster. If you're gonna move slower, then move the gun a little further back. But just watch your paint and how it hits the panel, and watch your overlap and be consistent. And that's the way I got through it. There is some things I missed. Like this little spot right here is a dry edge. So I am gonna wet sand this down, and I'm gonna mist some paint on this as well, right on this, just on this cap right here. It's because I had this against the wall and I was behind it trying to spray it upward, and I couldn't get behind it, which I should have just moved it, and I didn't. This side was fine, but right on that top I thought I was good and I wasn't. Don't think. This line right here, guys, on the top is very light as well. It doesn't look bad, but in the dark I can tell that it needs a little bit more paint. It's very, very odd. It's almost like blotchiness with the metallics. So I am gonna kind of float that in a little bit with that top, blend it forward. And this car is gonna go and it's gonna be beautiful. I mean, it has stressed me out to the limit, but it came out freaking perfect, bro. I mean, for what it is, guys, a street car, it came out beautiful. I mean, look at how straight it is, dude. All the way down. All right, man, so that's where we are, guys. I wish that it would have just came out flawless right out of the gun. And usually I get lucky. But my luck has run out. I know the reason why was because the metallics, for one, gave me a lot of... I keep saying that it's solvent pop, but I honestly don't believe that it is. I think it's the way the flakes were laying down. They weren't laying down 100% flat. And I didn't have enough clear to bury this thing. I only had a gallon of clear, and that was my fault. I should have bought 2 gallons because I literally used every drop of clear I had left. I actually had one cup of clear left for this, and I laid on 2 thick coats of clear. And what really sucks, guys, is if I had more clear, I would have just buried, like, I would have put like 4 coats of clear on this thing, and it probably would have solved a lot of that, you know, the lint and all that shit that was in it. It would have buried it. But most likely I still would have had to color sand it anyways. But I honestly think that's what it is. I think it's the metallics that are giving me those little pinholes, because they're laying on there dry and they're not laying right. So it's because of the humidity and the heat. There it is, guys. 83 degrees in the shop. The day I sprayed it, it was 75, but it has been in the like 90s and the 100s here, and all of a sudden one day, 2 days, I got it down to 75. It was 75 degrees in this shop, and I was able to come out here. But what sucks is right when I got through the base coat, I went through and I tack clothed it really good, several times. I blew it down, and then all of a sudden, dude, the wind outside kicked up really strong, and it started raining hard. And on my booth that I put in front of my garage door, I had stuffed paper in there, and then put some tape so things won't come through. Well, one of the papers blew through the tape, and I think I was getting freaking lint through there. And then to top it off, my filter up top up there in that fan, I didn't turn these fans on, I just used them for a filter. So I have a paint stick holding it open, and the fresh air comes through the filter. Well, the filter popped off. Yeah, that sucked. And then this door I'm having problems with. So when I go to open it, the suction from the booth itself pulls the door wide open really hard because it's sucking air from back there. And sometimes what it'll do is it'll pull trash right in and right on my panel on the quarter on the passenger side. So I had to make a quick fix. A real quick fix. I punched a hole in this son of a bitch, and I put this on there, and dude, this door opens so good right now. I had to do that in the middle of painting, dude, because this door was kept flying open, and it some reason it's not lining up with the actual doors that close. This door, when I close it, it's all wongo now. I'm gonna have to go through, guys, and shim this door and fix it and do a bunch of work to it to get it to close evenly with that door. And then I need to figure out something in the middle of it. I'm going to put that whisker stuff that you put on the bottom of the doors. I'm going to put that on the bottom and all around the crack, so when you close it, those little whiskers are there. So air still gets through, but at least it has those little whisker things. And this door has just been giving me problems. So, well guys, that's a wrap for now. I don't think I am going to film all the rest of this process with the wet sanding and all that stuff. I mean, maybe I will, I don't know. But pretty much what I'm going to do from now, guys, I'm going to wrap this video, number 17. The car is painted. We made it to the freaking end, bro. And that's about it. So I'm going to wrap this video up, and I really appreciate deeply from the people that do stick it out. I know that my channel is stagnant, and every week it's the same thing, same car, looks the same, very little progress. I try, guys, it's my schedule. It's hard for me to make progress. This took me about 9 months to get where I'm at. And you know, once I retire, I can probably knock this out in about a quarter of the time. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I may make a short video on just what we talked about. I might do that. If not, then we're gonna go straight in to working on the 32 and the 40. But in the meantime, guys, on top of those two cars, if you didn't know, I'm from the Bombardiers Car Club, Albuquerque, New Mexico. And straightforward, one of my buddies, a longtime friend, one of the founders of the club, he's been redoing a truck for many years, and finally it is ready for paint. And guess what? We're going to paint it right here in this shop. I am not personally going to paint it. My buddy Leonard is. He's also from the club. Leonard was given the task to paint this truck before I returned. I had taken a little break from the club for a while, and when I returned, this whole thing was in the mix, and Leonard was already tasked to paint the truck. And I told him, you guys can use my shop. So now that this shop is clean and everything is going good, as long as we get a good couple of nice non-windy fresh days, guys, we're gonna go ahead and lay that paint out on his truck. So maybe I'll make a video of that thing. It's a badass C10 chopping block chassis, freaking small block 350, laid out on the frame. It completely lays frame, guys. It is a badass truck, and it's done right. So either way, guys, I will see you on the next one. So stay tuned for a whole new build, and that new build will be my 1940 Chevy Coupe. Peace.